Welcome to NAPCO Video Tech Tips. This is Tom. Today I'm going to be doing another video on the IP server. This one's going to be on the IP server ports and configuration settings. These are the settings to set it up to have incoming from the outside and over to your automation system. So what you're going to do is going to go into receiver configuration. You're going to go into amend settings. Going to go into fetch, and there's 59 settings, so not all these you have to fool around with, but there are a few. So first one you want to go into is your receiver TC ports. So you go down here and you're going to find your receiver TC ports. Okay, so this is the port for the NL mods, so this cannot be changed. Okay, so you're always going to leave that at 5001 because the NL mods, iBridges, iRemotes, they all come in on port 5001. Next one is the receiver UDP port. So this is a port that people do change. So it comes from the factory 3061. A lot of central stations are using 3061 for their shore guards and their other ones. So I'm finding that more and more people are changing this. So you can change that. I'll just change it to 3081. And then I just hit configure. And now it's 3081. Next one you want to go into is down in your automation. So you're going to scroll down to automation. All right, now this one doesn't have to be reconfigured, but I just wanted to touch base on it a little bit. So this is your automation format report. So this is your automation string. I have run into a couple central stations where it wasn't going into their automation correctly, and they had to modify this string. So you can just modify this if you need to, and again, you just hit configure if you have to change it. Next one is automation IP. This is going to be the IP address of your automation. You just go in there and backspace and put your IP information in and hit configure. And then we have your serial port. Now this one, not everyone uses, but there are some people out there using COM ports. So again, if you need to change it, if you're using a COM port, then you would just go in here, again, change it to your COM port number. You don't change any of this stuff over here, and you just hit configure. And then the other one is the automation TCP port. Okay, so that's your 1025. So it comes from the factory, 1025. Okay, but if you need to change that for whatever reason, again, you just go in there and put whatever port number you want in there. And the other one I just want to look at is the license profile. So the license profile just gives you what license you have currently loaded in. So if you purchase a license and you're not sure if it's in there yet, you can check it right in here. This one right here is the 50 free license that we give you. If you had a bigger license, it would show a larger amount of accounts. And then once you're done with that, that's pretty much it. You just hit close. If you made any configuration, you do have to changes, you do have to restart your machine, and then you should be good to go. One thing with the 3061, okay, the ports, it is a UDP port. So when you port forward it through your router over to your machine, it's got to be a UDP port. Another thing I want to mention too is if you have this not connected to your central station receive automation system yet, okay, your codes will show in here. But once you attach it to your automation system, your codes no longer show in this area. They're just forwarded right over to your automation. The only place they will show is if you have a backup receiver going, then all these lines of information is just going to be paralleled just like they were going into your automation, except they would be in blue. And that's about it. So thanks for visiting NAPCO Tech Tips. Have a good day.